We're going to discuss nutrients for our brain and what makes our brain focus and happy. We have to look at the biochemical pathways. And these biochemical pathways, what that means is, how do we convert the amino acids in what we eat to the neurotransmitters that are going to be utilized by the brain? And one of the interesting things is our vitamins and minerals. They serve as what we call the cofactors in these biochemical pathways. In other words, they serve as the elements that help spark that conversion from the amino acid to the neurotransmitter. Tryptophan is the amino acid that converts to serotonin, which helps us with our mood and also helps us feel good. If we look at another amino acid, tyrosine. Tyrosine is what we would call a stimulating amino acid. And that also requires the B vitamins through their biochemical pathways to be broken down to dopamine. Dopamine helps with our mood in focus and alertness. None of these can be taken by themselves. I'm just isolating them now to give you an example of that. And then we have GABA. GABA is gamma-aminobutyric acid, and that's a neurotransmitter that's associated with being calm. And what's so interesting about that neurotransmitter is we can actually address that neurotransmitter and work with people who have anxiety. If they're feeling hyper or jacked up all the time, working with this amino acid and neurotransmission that takes place can actually help people live a more calm life. There are two other supplements that are my favorite when we're talking about our mood and how we feel. And one are the fatty acids, the essential fatty acids, meaning we need to get them in our diet. To get an essential fatty acid in the diet, we can eat foods that have, for example, marine animals. But if you're not a meat eater or an animal eater, you can use algae or walnuts or even flax seeds. These also use minerals and vitamins to convert in order to get your essential fats. And essential fats are wonderful for the brain because they help with the receptor sites in the brain. So when the neurotransmitter comes in to bind to that site, you know it's really going to happen and you'll have a nice transmission happen. And there's one other nutrient that I find absolutely fascinating, and it actually is a nutrient that is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body, and that's magnesium. And magnesium is a wonderful mineral. It actually has a calming effect on the whole nervous system. And it's even used, there's some research that shows it can be used for people that may experience depression, as well as anxiety. So it's more broad spectrum since it's involved in so many biochemical pathways. Now, with all this said, I'd like to just conclude with one point and say, we could take all these supplements and have the best diet, but it's up to the integrity, meaning it's up to the health of our digestive system if these vitamins and minerals are going to actually have access to doing what they're supposed to do. The key is to start with a real healthy digestive system. Get that upregulated, get that digesting food very efficiently, and you'll be sure that these nutrients will go where they need to go to support a well-nourished brain.